Cumulative frequency means running total. Our first frequency stays exactly the same, in this case 10, and we just keep adding. So 10 add 15 gives us 25. 25 add 25 gives us 50. 50 add 30 gives us 80. 80 add 5 gives us 85. And 85 add 15 gives us 100. As a final check, our last number should in this case represent the total number of days, which in this case was 100. When drawing a cumulative frequency graph, we always plot the upper bound of each of our class intervals with our cumulative frequency. Hence, our first point will be a long 50 up 10, a long 50 up 10. Always read the scale. Repeating this process, our next point will be 100 up 25, a long 100 up 25. As my first class interval started from 0, therefore my graph will start from 0. A cumulative frequency graph is a smooth curve joining up each of the points, and it must be going up all the time. Part C, use your graph to find an estimate for the number of days on which the profit was less than £125. Our first step is on my horizontal axis to find £125. Well, if this is 100 and this is 150, 125 is going to be in the middle. We then go up, draw a line until we meet the curve, and then we go across to our cumulative frequency, which comes out approximately at 38. As we want the number of days that are less than £125, well, cumulative frequency graph is a running total. As we want the number of days less than 125, we just simply read off that number, in this case 38. If we want a number of days that was more than £125, we'd still do the same thing at the start. We'd find £125, go up and read across, which is 38. But if we want it more than, we would do the total number, in this case 100, and we would subtract the number of days that was less than £125, which is 38. And 100 subtract 38 would give us 62. Part D, use your graph to find an estimate for the interquartile range. Well, we should know the interquartile range is the upper quartile, subtract the lower quartile. The upper quartile is 3/4 through my sample. In this case, it's 3/4 through the number of days. In this case, number of days was 100. Well, 3/4 of 100. When calculating a fraction amount, we can just divide by the bottom and times by the top. 100 divided by 4 is 25, and 25 times 3 gives us 75. Hence, on my cumulative frequency, I want to go up to 75, read across to my cumulative frequency curve, and come down to my profit, which comes out to be approximately 185. Hence, my upper quartile is 185. I now subtract my lower quartile to find my lower quartile, and then my lower quartile is a quarter of my way through my data sample. In this case, it's going to be a quarter of my number of days. We know there's 100 days, so a quarter of 100. When calculating a fraction amount, divide by bottom times by top. 100 divided by 4 gives us 25, and 25 times 1 gives us 25. Looking at my cumulative frequency scale, I go up to 25, read across to my cumulative frequency curve, and come down to my profit. It worked out to be approximately 100. So therefore, I've got 185, subtract 100. Hence, my interquartile range is 85.